Hi, I'm Grace Bender and I'm a junior at Chandler High School. Earlier this year, first semester, I spent a semester in Argentina. I was there for about 5 months living with a host family. You might be wondering if I'm still on track for graduation, and the answer is yes. Like I'm still able to graduate with my class next year, and through a couple of summer classes and online courses, I was able to catch up so I'm not behind at all. I am a student in the IB Diploma program, and I'm also in NHS, so it is possible to go abroad for a semester or even a year and still come back and be on track. You might wonder how I made the decision to go abroad. Well, I never saw myself going on exchange, even for a semester, because I've never really seen myself as a very outgoing person, and for my whole life I've always been really shy. But going into this, I knew that if I could do this, I could do anything. For me, being a stranger in a new place was really scary, especially because I am so shy. But through the help of my host family, who was amazing and who I now consider my real family, and through all the friends that I met there, I felt really confident after just a few months. In even speaking a new language, I felt comfortable. When I left for Argentina from Arizona, I thought I was pretty good at Spanish because I already finished Spanish 4, and I had been exposed to Spanish most of my life. So I was going in expecting to know enough to get by and expecting to learn a lot more, but I definitely thought I knew more than I did. At first, I found it really difficult to even hold a conversation for even just 1 minute with somebody, because my vocabulary, even though I knew a lot of vocabulary, it was so hard for me to just conjugate every verb in the moment and decide what I was going to say and make sure I was saying it correctly. And also, Argentina and basically every place that speaks Spanish has such a different accent, and they have such different slang than everywhere else that made it super difficult for me. After about 2 months in Argentina, I was able to start understanding basically everything with confidence, but it was still really hard for me to talk and speak and be confident with what I was saying. So after about 3 months, I kind of just let go with my speaking and stopped worrying and stopped being stressed out about if what I was saying was exactly correct, and if everything was conjugated correctly in the right tense and everything. And I found that when I did that, when I just let go and didn't stress as much about what I was going to say, I learned so much more because I wasn't so worried about planning what I was going to say next. So some of the things that I loved most about Argentina were my family, friends, and the food. The food was a really big culture shock for me because I didn't realize how much they eat meat there, which I liked it. I loved it, actually. And actually, most houses in there have a separate room that is just dedicated to cooking meat and eating it with family. So there's normally a big grill and a big table. So we would spend most of our Sunday afternoons, and even sometimes Saturdays, just sitting around the big table eating an asado with our whole extended family, and that was just really common there. So with my exchange, I went with an organization called AFS, which is American Field Service, and they offer both semester and year programs, and I went for only semester, but there were 10 other students in my city, exchange students, all from different countries. So I was the only one from the US, which was kind of cool because I got to meet so many other students from different countries around the world. So a bunch of my friends were from Italy, there was one from Germany, Belgium, Turkey, the Netherlands, Thailand, and it's so cool to me that I was able to just be sitting in Argentina with friends from all around the world, which I never ever thought I'd be doing. So before I left for Argentina, I thought I had a pretty good grasp about how big the world really was, but I really did not. So before, I had traveled a bunch. I'd been to Europe and a bunch of states in the US, but visiting a country or a city for a few days or just a few weeks is nothing like living there, because in living there you get to know the daily routine, and that makes you feel more at home, which makes, I don't know, it just made me realize how big the world really is and how different cultures can be. Also, one of the things that stood out to me was how different cultures and people are so different, but like really we're all people, so it's, yeah. Studying abroad gave me the awesome opportunity to meet my family and friends that I know will be part of me for the rest of my life. And I know that experience was just the beginning for me, because I know I am hoping to study abroad again in college, and basically for the rest of my life I'm just planning to travel and learn as much about the world as I can.